Hello, everybody, and welcome to North Ridgeville High School for today's Lorain County All-Star High School Softball matchup. And it's going to be a great one here today. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Max Drummond. Max, we get to see all these seniors shine today from Lorain County. Can't wait to see this one here today.
Yeah, and this was after several teams were able to make it to the postseason, and some of them even go on runs. So exciting that they get one more opportunity. And I think we saved the best day of the softball season weather-wise for today, it appears so far.
Let's set it down to our PA announcer, Dave Rivera, behind home plate as he hands out some awards.
It's Mike Ives, former head coach from Midview High School. Mike coached for 40 years, 16 of those years at Midview, compiling a record of 280 and 119. He won 9 conference titles, 2 district championships, and appeared in 2 regional games. Mike was a 3-time Lorain County Coach of the Year and was also named Conference Coach of the Year 7 times. Mike also was the recipient of the Northeast Ohio District Sportsmanship Award 1 time, while his team was recognized 1 time by the Lorain County Umpires Association for the Team Sportsmanship Award. Mike would like to thank all of the athletic directors he has worked with for all of their support. He would also like to thank Mike Snow. All of these accomplishments as a team would not have been possible without Mike Snow. Coach Ives would also like to thank Allison Martin for all of the years of keeping score. To all the student athletes he had the opportunity to coach, thank you. And lastly, Mike would like to thank his wife, Vicki, for all of her support throughout the years. Our 2026 Lorain County Softball Coaches Hall of Fame inductee, please give a round of applause to Mike Ives. Our second inductee is Janet Cito, Lorain County softball legend and former head coach at Elyria Catholic and Southview High School. Janet's career started by playing 3 sports at Lorain County Community College: field hockey, basketball, and softball. And she was also named captain of the field hockey and basketball teams in her playing days in college. Janet is a current member of the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame, where she was inducted for her playing days in fast-pitch softball circuit around Lorain. Janet is also a current member of the Elyria Sports Hall of Fame for her coaching, umpiring, and playing days. She was named Coach of the Year in Lorain County in volleyball, basketball at Elyria Catholic, and softball at Southview. Her fast-pitch playing days, Janet's team, Old Dutch, won 3 state championships, while other of her teams, Sarver Paving, won 1 state title. When Janet's parents' business was ruined by a fire, she had to switch to slow-pitch softball, where she played for teams such as Just Us, Cito's Polish Village, and Royal Supply. Janet would later start the softball program at Elyria Catholic High School as a volunteer, while also starting the youth volleyball and basketball programs at St. Jude in Elyria. Janet was a fine referee for over 30 years in Lorain County in volleyball, basketball, and softball. Janet is a staple in Lorain County athletics, and we are all thrilled to induct her into the Lorain County Softball Coaches Hall of Fame. Accepting the award on Janet's behalf is her brother, Chris. Please give a round of applause for 2026 Lorain County Softball Coaches Hall of Fame inductee, Janet Cito. Our final inductee tonight is from the Elyria Umpires Association, Mr. Jack Hart. Jack begun his umpiring career in 1981 with the Little League Baseball. In 1983, he started working hot stove, and in 1985 began umpiring OHSAA baseball and softball games. From 1995 to 2000, Jack had a job change and could no longer umpire. But in 2000, he rejoined the umpiring circuit, picking up where he left off in OHSAA, softball, and baseball. In 2005, Jack gave up baseball and just umpired softball. From 2008 to 2016, he served as an instructor for umpires in the Elyria Softball Umpires Association. To this day, Jack continues to umpire OHSAA softball games, having done many sectional, district, regional, and state games, along with thousands of summer tournaments. Jack would like to start by thanking his wife, Sue, for putting up with his crazy schedule for the past 45 years. Jack would also like to thank his fellow officials who vote to put him into tournaments. He would like to thank the Lorain County Softball Coaches Association for bestowing this honor upon him. Lastly, Jack says he continues to do this for the joy of the game, and especially for all the fine young ladies that he's had the pleasure of working with. Please give a round of applause for the 2026 Lorain County Softball Coaches Hall of Fame inductee, Jack Hart. Thank you to this year's class and being inducted this year. Congratulations, guys. Next, we'd like to recognize our Lorain County players, pitchers, and coaches of the year. First in Divisions 1 and 2. The pitcher of the year is from Avon High School, Maria Young. The player of the year in Divisions 1 and 2, from Amherst, Marion L. Steele High School, Leah Sprague. And our co-coach of the year is Keenan Williams from Elyria High School and Lacey Reichert from Marion L. Steele High School in Amherst. Next in Division 3 and 4, our pitcher of the year is from Midview High School. It's Savannah Holcomb. Our player of the year for Divisions 3 and 4 from Elyria Catholic High School, Jessica Connor. And our coach of the year from Midview High School, Cassie Haight. Finally, in Divisions 5, 6, and 7, your pitcher of the year from Columbia High School, Alina Jones. The player of the year from Keystone High School, Bristol Foster. And your coach of the year from Columbia High School, Jeff Lavender. Now we'd like to introduce our 2026 Senior All-Stars, ladies and gentlemen. Representing our home team today and coached by Scott Nader, Lillian Syriac from Elyria Catholic High School. Anna Wright from Keystone. Rylan Barrett from Keystone. Leah Sprague from Marion L. Steele. McKenna Dorabek from Marion L. Steele. Remy Dieter from Black River High School. Abby Gowrie from Vermilion. Aaron Dean from Avon Lake. And Emily Klepper from North Ridgeville High School. They're going to be the home team today, coached by Scott Nader. Let's meet the away team, coached by Coach Chad Parsons. First, Veda Blankenship from Lorain. Mia Menko from Brookside. Lexi Schrader from Firelands. Jeanette Crawford from Firelands. Carly Songer from Firelands. Lexi Miller from Columbia. Evelyn Tucker from Columbia. Bella Urhuth from Columbia. Nina Bellicino from Midview. And we also want to thank some players who stepped in to play for us today. Ira Lavender from Columbia and also Alina Jones here from Columbia. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Thank you guys for stepping up to play. So my name is Dave Rivera. I'm the sports director at WOBL and WDLW Radio in Lorain County, the sports network here in Lorain. And it's my pleasure to join you guys today, obviously to be here to PA everything, and also as a member of the committee who helped select the Miss Softball Award here in Lorain County. Before we get to the introduction of this year's award, let's give another round of applause for everybody out here today for being out here in this hot sun. We want to thank the Coaches Association and also you guys, the fans and parents who make Lorain County softball special here. On behalf of WOBL and WDLW Radio, our owners, Gary and Renee Tollett, it's our pleasure to sponsor this award. We believe in the value of high school sports, and we want to celebrate our student athletes. Along with the title of being Miss Softball, this award comes with a scholarship presented by Lorain County Softball Coaches Association. Miss Softball is selected by a committee of athletic directors, school administrators, along with the media from the local newspapers and, of course, the radio stations here in town. The nominees for the award are recommended by the coaches. Coaches have the opportunity to nominate their own player, but then another player as a secondary vote that they feel is up for the award as well. The winner that is selected has to be a senior softball player here in Lorain County who has risen to the level of being considered the very best in the county. The committee only considers the senior year performance and their ability to play at the next level. This player should be a leader on their team and have the stats to prove it. Before we introduce tonight's winner, I'd like to recognize a few players who received honorable mention for this year's award. Jordan Ash from Avon. Brooklyn Modoc from Keystone. Aaron Dean of Avon Lake. And Lexi Miller of Columbia. Receiving special mention for this year's award is Lillian Syriac of Elyria Catholic. With that being said, let's introduce the 2026 WOBL and WDLW Radio Miss Softball Award winner. This season, she hit .402 with 22 RBIs and 5 home runs to go along with slugging .695 and an on-base percentage of .495. Her coach said she is one of the most competitive players that she has ever coached. Her unselfishness is unmatched. She cares more about her team and winning than she does about herself. This is a true definition of a captain, a leader, and it is obvious while she'll be playing at the next level at Findlay University. Ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for this year's 2026 WOBL and WDLW Radio Miss Softball Award winner, Leah Sprague of Marion L. Steele High School. She's going to get a plaque as well as a custom-made bat from North Carolina, made from straight hickory. And she gets the coveted Miss Softball Award. Congratulations, Leah Sprague from Marion L. Steele High School in Amherst. Leah, anything you want to say? Congratulations. We want to thank everybody for being out here tonight. And now it's time to play ball. I think we got enough girls lined up, so let's get it started.
Welcome back to North Ridgeville High School. All the awards have been announced for Lorain County Hall of Fame members and winners in Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, and 7 for Pitcher of the Year, Player of the Year, and Coach of the Year. And, of course, Miss Softball, won by Amherst's own Leah Sprague. And what a fantastic honor for Sprague winning the award this season. She had 5 home runs. She had 11 multi-hit games this season. And she actually had a 4-hit game earlier this year against Jackson. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Max Drummond. And Max, you're out there for the Miss Softball Award. Leah Sprague getting the Miss Softball plaque here today at North Ridgeville. She definitely deserved it this season.
Oh, certainly. I mean, one of the best players on one of the best teams represented here in Lorain County. We actually had a chance on our way in. It didn't even come up with the Miss Softball voting, but Coach Parsons from Firelands, I mean, he talked about how he knew of her from afar. He wished that she was on his team today because of how great her work ethic is and everything that she's done for not only softball with Amherst, but just representing softball players here in the county.
And Leah Sprague getting a plaque along with a bat all the way from North Carolina, as all the reporters get a chance to speak with her before we start today's contest. Team Parsons will take on Team Nader here today at North Ridgeville High School for this All-Star Game event. The All-Star Game, mainly seniors, but some were not able to make it, so some people stepping in today. And Columbia will be represented very well here, Max. Believe with some reinforcements, Columbia has 5 represented here today for this All-Star Game.
Yeah, and one even being one of the coaches' daughters in Lavender. So, yeah, they'll have some familiarity with each other. And that's something that we talked about and wondered about in the baseball All-Star Game was how often do you find that chemistry, especially between pitcher and catcher? There was a few times that overlapped in that one. We'll see if that happens here today at all.
Team Nader takes the field. Let's take a look at the starting 9 offensively for Team Parsons. It looks like this. Lexi Schrader will lead off. Lexi Miller will bat second. Evelyn Tucker in the 3 spot. Jeanette Crawford bats 4th. Alina Jones will bat 5th. Emily Klepper will bat 6th. Veda Blankenship will bat 7th. Natalia Miller will bat 8th. And Ira Lavender will bat 9th. Let's take a look at the defense for Team Nader to start here today.
Well, as we'll look around the field, we'll find Elyria Catholic's Lillian Syriac, Anna Wright of Keystone out there as well. Leah Sprague, of course, just winning Miss Softball here in 2026. Nina Bellicino from Midview. Rylan Barrett out there along with Remy Dieter from Black River. Erin Dean of Avon Lake. Vermilion's Abby Gowrie. And McKenna Dorbeck of Amherst, and on the mound will be Erin Dean.
Erin Dean from Avon Lake had an ERA of 6.95 this season, an 0-1 record, no complete games. She will start inside the circle for Team Nader, and we're going to probably see a lot of offense here today, Max.
Yeah, they're also going to get multiple chances to hit. That's something you don't always get as a guarantee in an all-star format is multiple trips to the plate. So they should be able to find themselves in a groove here if they can figure out the pitching a little bit. And Erin Dean, one actually that we got to see here on the Lorain County Sports Network this spring when the Shore Gals took on Amherst. I remember we had to get out of there in a hurry because it began to rain at the end of that broadcast. But she was somebody that she was able to find her confidence as the game went on, and definitely an effective hitter at the plate as well.
Lexi Schrader, she'll lead things off. One of 3 Firelands Falcons represented here today under head coach Chad Parsons. As we're waiting for something, not quite what for.
As we got Coach Nader meeting at the mound and or at the circle, excuse me. Maybe go over a few more things there before the game gets underway. And who knows? Maybe they're trying to work out who's going to be the base coaches today, with a few great coaches to choose from.
They're waiting for Leah Sprague, Miss Softball.
It looks like some of the Hall of Famer inducted Hall of Famers. Maybe they'll be a part of this opening part of the action as well. We'll see.
There was a few members being inducted to the Lorain County Softball Hall of Fame earlier today.
As that wind just keeps picking up, although I will say it's what's keeping it manageable out here in this heat. That is for sure.
Yeah, we're right behind home plate and to the right, near towards the first base dugout, as we are about to get this one underway. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back right after this. Welcome back to North Ridgeville High School. Aaron Dean set to get underway as Schrader hits on the ground to second, and she'll be awarded first base to start this one.
Well, that's something we got to see at the very end of the softball season, at least in our coverage, when they took on Columbia. She's one of the best leadoff hitters in the county, and that speed alone, you can see it there. Big reason why.
That'll bring up Lexi Miller as she takes for ball one. Lexi Miller, part of that Columbia team that finished second in the LC8, and they lost in the regional semifinals this year to Mogador. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Miller batted .279 this season with Columbia, also played basketball and volleyball for the Raiders. Chops it foul, third base side, and she's in the hole, 1-2.
And last week, up at the Pipe Yard in the baseball All-Star game, we got to see some stolen bases happen. Got to imagine we will today. Schrader not taking too much of a lead. We'll see if she takes off. Oh, she will now.
That goes to the backstop. Schrader's in scoring position. And Team Parsons firing on all cylinders in a hurry. The pitch. Foul tipped. Lillian Syriac couldn't squeeze it from Elyria Catholic behind home plate today for Team Nader. And we'll redo it at 1-2. The pitch from Dean. Bounced in there. Good stop by Syriac. Evens the count at 2-2.
And she got up in a hurry. She knows Schrader's a threat to steal third even without a pitch out of the zone like that.
The 2-2. Bounced in there. Full count on Lexi Miller. The payoff pitch. High for ball 4. First two with reach for Team Parsons.
And now they find themselves in an advantageous spot with a solid hitter coming to bat.
Evelyn Tucker, also a Columbia Raider, steps in. Batted .288 this season, drove in 14 runs for the Raiders. As she takes inside for ball one. We saw Evelyn Tucker do very well this season at a couple games that we covered against Columbia. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1.
Oh, we did. If I do recall correctly, they did have her close to the cleanup spot in the order. So that's another aspect of this game. Like, you may not be where you normally are used to for these lineups, and got to adjust to that as we'll have an umpire take the field here. So we had some rotating umps for a moment.
Our base umpire has arrived. They moved the game up a little bit from the starting time. It was supposed to really start at 5, but they moved it up a bit. Hence why she's a little bit late, but no worries. Only missed 2 batters. Little low for ball 2. 2-1 the count on Tucker. The 2-1. Chopped right back to Dean. She goes to third, and it's off the glove of Sprague and into left field. Coming in to score is Schrader, and Team Parsons takes the early 1-0 lead.
Want some heads-up base running there, and, you know, it probably would have been too much to ask to turn 3, but you could tell Dean trying to get some groundwork done in this inning and get maybe a double play to go there, just not able to convert.
Miller goes to third on the air. Tucker into second. Jeanette Crawford up to the plate. Bounced in there, gets away from Syriac. Coming in to score is Miller. Moving over to third is Tucker.
I did get word that apparently there was some confusion among a few people where the All-Star game was at today. Apparently the umpires were at Amherst, as they thought it may have been there today.
A little bit low, 2-0. Not sure what brought up the confusion there.
Well, you know, Amherst, big baseball and softball town, a lot of excitement over there with how they've been doing over the past few years, so maybe just associated with that.
Bounced in there, 3-0 the count.
That was a great stop there by Syriac, and we touched on it in the other All-Star game. The catcher, you know, even though it is an All-Star game format and a lot of fun, they still have to do a lot of the dirty work here, even in a game like this.
The 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1 the count on Crawford. Crawford, she batted .386 this season. Also played basketball and volleyball for Firelands. As she takes low for ball 4. Second walk of the inning issued by Dean. Team Nader is still looking for their first out of the ball game. Alina Jones up to the plate for Columbia as she hammers it down the right field line, but foul. Alina Jones, one of the players stepping in for today's All-Star game. Starting in left field today for Team Parsons, but boy, oh boy, was she good inside the circle this season for Team Columbia.
You got that right.
Bounced in there, good stop by Syriac. Crawford stays at first.
And it's interesting because, you know, with Jones being so used to relying on her defense, now today she'll have a chance to impact to be a part of it. And looks like our second umpire is in the building, so to speak.
So both umpires are in the building. And
big thank you to our Hall of Famer there in the circle, as he was able to do the best he could to start this game.
chopped foul, third base side. Jones in the hole, 1-2. And as an umpire myself, Max, it is very tough day in and day out during the high school season, finding umpires available to umpire games. And we are so thankful that these two have volunteered their time to call this one. Because not every official wants to call an all-star game because it has no stakes as much as a regular game, you know?
That's right. And then on top of that, there's a lot of fluctuation to begin with in this spring season. And so you never know what the kind of lineups will look like or the consistency there.
On the ground at third, Sprague goes to first, fires over, and retires Jones. Coming in to score is Tucker. Moving over to third is Crawford. And it's a 3-0 Team Parsons lead.
Yeah, and you could tell that Jones was trying to be aggressive in that at-bat, swinging from the very first pitch to do her best to try to break this game open. But even still, you get a runner over and a RBI on top of that. You'll take that every time.
So that will bring up Emily Klepper as she rips it down the left field line, but foul. Emily Klepper from North Ridgeville, the only North Ridgeville Ranger playing into today's game, has a little bit of a home field advantage. Batted .448 this season. The pitch. Bounced in there.
Well, and you know, with the Rangers, obviously we know how much they lost from last season's team, and a lot of upper class players there. So a younger team this year, which of course bodes well for the years moving forward, including with Klepper.
The Rangers have had a lot of success in the diamond when it comes to softball, and like you said, Max, really looking forward to the upcoming years for the Rangers.
As they had a Miss Softball winner last year, so we'll see if they can get that back.
Swing and a miss, evens the count at 2-2.
And Erin Dean trying to find what works for her, and you know, all things considered, it definitely bodes more well in your favor if you've got the umpire behind the plate.
Swing and a miss. Syriac able to hold on to it, and that's out number 2.
So finding some momentum here, and obviously if you're Dean, you want to carry that over here into this final batter and in the next inning.
Taking a strike is Veda Blankenship from Lorain. She batted .474 this season. She was a Miss Softball nominee, and she had 3 bombs for the Titans. Swing and a miss. She's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
And it's interesting because of their recent conference moves, Lorain is the one team who doesn't maybe get as many matchups with these familiar opponents in the county. So we'll see if that plays a part at all today for the pitchers she's going to face that she likely hasn't all year.
Yeah, if Lorain schedules games against other Lorain County teams, they're out of conference games. They're not normal games in the conference like the LC8 and the SWC. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Dean strikes out the last 2 batters of the inning, but the damage has been done. Team Parsons, they score 3 times, and they take the early 3-0 lead. Team Nader coming to bat. Bottom of the first here at North Ridgeville High School, Lorain County Softball All-Star Game. Team Parsons out to the early 3-0 lead. Let's take a look at the starting 9 for Team Nader. It looks like this. Lillian Syriac will lead it off. Anna Wright will bat second. Leah Sprague will bat third. Nina Bellacino in the cleanup spot. Rylan Barrett will bat fifth. Rennie Dieter will bat sixth. Erin Dean will bat seventh. Abby Gawry will bat eighth. And McKenna Dorbeck will bat ninth. Let's take a look at the starting 9 defensively for Team Parsons.
As we head out into the field, looking around the diamond on the mount, or excuse me, in the circle is going to be Jeanette Crawford. She'll be throwing the pitches here today. Emily Klepper at first base. We'll get through the rest as the inning goes on. As that one goes past Lexi Miller behind the plate there from Columbia. Veda Blankenship at shortstop. Natalie Miller over at second base. And then heading out to the outfield, Evelyn Tucker, Alina Jones, and Ira Lavender.
At the plate for Team Nader, it's Lillian Syriac from Elyria Catholic. She was a Miss Softball nominee. And Elyria Catholic, boy, what a season they had. 24-5 this season. They lost to West Geauga in the Division IV regional final. They had a fantastic season.
Yeah, and you look at the program that Coach Piazza's building last year, really strong into this year, and you know they have high expectations moving into next year. We got to see them against Midview with one of their freshman pitchers, so it's the future is still very bright.
Can't wait to see what the Panthers do in the upcoming years. Fouled in the box. 3-1 the count. Elyria Catholic's baseball and softball teams both did very well this year for the county.
That's right. I mean, we saw the softball team coming, but the baseball team, maybe a little bit of a surprise. They proved
chopped to short, off the glove of Blankenship. Trickles into left field. And Team Nader has their leadoff woman aboard here to start the bottom of the first.
Both teams able to get their leadoff hitter aboard, and it ended up going really well for Team Parsons there. So we'll see if Team Nader can recreate that themselves.
Bounced in there, goes to the backstop. And moving over to second is Syriac. McKenna Doraback up to the plate. Takes low and inside. Dorabeck batted .382 this season for the Steel Comets. Good stop there by Miller. 3-0 the count.
Both catchers have been active so far today and doing the best to help their pitchers out, especially considering they've only had about 20 minutes of warm-up time with them today.
Here's the 3-0. Outside for ball 4. Dorabeck draws the walk. And Team Nader has their first 2 aboard. And here comes Miss Softball to the plate. Amherst's own Leah Sprague. She will be attending Findlay University in the fall to continue her softball career. In the air to right center. Coming in off the glove of Tucker. And everyone moves up a base. Base is juiced for Team Nader.
And you could tell she was very intentional about trying to get some lift on that one, and it did just enough to stay out of reach of the infield.
Nina Bellacino up to the plate from Midview. Midview, they had a great season. They went 18-8, took third in the SWC, lost in the second round of the playoffs to Revere. And they actually played really well against Elyria Catholic as well. One of the games that we covered this season.
Yeah, that ended up being a pretty competitive game between 2 of the best softball teams in the county. And, yeah, just overcoming what they did at the end of their season with that fire at the school and to persevere past that is impressive.
Down the right field line, but foul.
And it led to a great response from a number of other schools and organizations and businesses around the county. So big shout out to everybody that lended a helping hand in that matter.
The 0-2. Chopped foul, first base side. And pitcher of the year for Division 3 and 4 went to Midview's own Savannah Holcomb. Coach of the year for Midview as well.
Yeah, very deserving in the way they were able to attack the SWC.
Popped up just behind Crawford. Throw goes into right field. 2 runs come in to score. Sprague stops at third, and Team Nader comes right back of 2 of their own here in the first.
That's a tricky spot. I know we've mainly talked about the catchers and pitchers, but if you're an infielder, you're used to knowing whether or not your pitcher is going to go after a ball like that. And right there, it's tough to tell. You don't really know playing with a new pitcher like that.
In there for a strike. Rylan Barrett up to the plate for Keystone. Batted .235 this season. Just a tad low. Evens the count at 1-1. Keystone, they won the LC8 again this year, lost in the district semifinals to Poland Seminary. And that's chopped to third. Making the nice throw is Lexi Schrader to get the first out of the inning. Coming in to score is Leah Sprague.
Yes, so slowly but surely making their way back into this game, and we got a tie game on our hands.
Bellacino at third, all squared at 3. Anna Wright fouls it down the first base line for strike 1. Anna Wright, a Miss Softball nominee, batted .408 this season, had 11-game hitting streak to open up the season. Foul back.
Luckily, we got some protection overhead in case one of these softballs does get out from behind the backstop.
In the air to center. Back goes Miller. Makes the catch. Tagging and coming home to score is Bellacino. And Team Nader takes the 4-3 lead.
Just like that, doing a great job here with their turn to hit, and that'll also help pick up Erin Dean on the mound if she does return back out there. I imagine we're going to see, maybe we'll see a handful of different pitchers, but probably more innings pitched for each one here today than we did at the baseball game.
Chop down the first base line, foul for Rennie Dieter, the Black River Pirate. Batted .340 this season. Also played volleyball for the Pirates. The 0-1. Bounced in there, evens the count at 1-1.
Yeah, I saw the Black River Boosters Sports support page on Facebook highlighting a lot of their achievements and accolades this year. An impressive season for the Lady Pirates.
High, 2-1 the count.
As Coach Scott Nader looks on, he's done a great job navigating that and guiding that program to be competitive year in, year out.
Ripped down the right field line and past the diving Tucker. That goes all the way to the corner. Dieter on her horse. And Nader sent her home. And she will have an inside the park home run. 5-3, Team Nader.
Yeah, great speed there, and who knows her better than the third base coach, her head coach. Without a doubt, sent her home right there. I didn't see any hesitation on that move home.
Erin Dean up to the plate. The Avon Lake Shore gal had 20 RBIs this season with 3 bombs, also had 7 doubles.
We saw Crawford right there try to take a little bit off of that pitch and maybe provide a little bit of variety to these batters.
Chopped to short. Blankenship has it, fires over to first, and throws out Dean to end the inning. Team Nader, they score 5 of their own, and after 1 inning of play, 5-3 our score. 5-3 our score as we head to the top of the second. Team Nader leads over Team Parsons. Natalia Miller will get things started for Columbia. Natalia Miller also filling in one of those all-star spots here today. One of 5 Columbia Raiders in today's all-star game as she chases a high fastball for strike one.
Yeah, and those Raiders, they were neck and neck in the standings with Keystone for most of the season, head-to-head, not able to pull off a victory against them. And obviously they know that'll be the difference in winning that conference year in, year out.
It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back in the offseason as that's ripped down the left field line, but foul. Columbia and Keystone, they're going to fight back and forth for many years to come in that LCA conference.
Yeah, and that usually is the case with most of their sports. They play in the conference, but you have had the occasional other team pop up and challenge them year to year.
The 0-2 bounced in there. 1-2 the count.
That'll be a key in this inning to see how Aaron Dean responds. Obviously, working with a lead now. Not sure even the most optimistic mind would have thought that after the first inning, but maybe it'll allow her to settle in here.
The 1-2 on the ground to third. Sprague has it, fires over to first, and throws out Miller. One down.
A strong start to the inning there for Dean, and Sprague showing off the fielding ability as well.
That'll bring up Ira Lavender. Lavender was going to show bunt, but just a tad too high. 1-0 the count. Ira, her dad, and coach Jeff won Coach of the Year in Divisions 5, 6, and 7.
He's over on first base today.
And that hit Ira as she was going to first, so she is out.
Funny enough, that's the exact scenario that happened last night's Guardians-Yankees game. I believe it was Jazz Chisholm. He went for a bunt, and then it ended up hitting off the bottom of his bat when he went into down the line. It's a very similar scenario right there.
So after Team Parsons scored 3 in the first 2 retired here in the second. Lexi Schrader swings and misses for strike one. Schrader came around to score back in the first. Batted .462 this season. She had 10 doubles. Schrader also played basketball and volleyball for Firelands, as head coach Chad Parsons is really going to miss her.
That's right. Really set the tone each game in the batting order for them, and won't be easy to replace.
She was also on the Miss Softball watch. She is one of 3 Firelands Falcons here today. Ripped to left center field. It gets down for a base hit. Schrader's got wheels. She can fly, but she will pass the stop sign, and she's into third with a triple.
Clearly more than confident with her skills, and yeah, most of the time with her, it's beating out the infield throw, or maybe getting it just lifted into the outfield right there, puts it in the gap, and gets to show off the speed.
Lexi Miller will come to the plate. Walked and came around to score back in the first. And she takes inside for ball one. Miller played basketball and volleyball for Columbia this past season. 3-sport athlete for the Raiders. Batted .279 this spring.
Has also been really patient so far today. Drew the walk in the first at bat, already up 2-0 in the count.
The 2-0. High, 3-0. Team Parsons trying to create some 2-out magic. The 3-0. In there for a strike.
And it goes without saying, this is a very important sequence here for Dean, and hopefully keeping the lead if you're Team Nader.
The 3-1. Smashed into right field for a base hit. Schrader comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Lexi Miller. Team Parsons just down by 1 thanks to the RBI single by Lexi Miller.
Now you get into the real heart of this order where there's a few power hitters here and it could be some trouble.
Evelyn Tucker swings and misses for strike 1. Tucker, a single her last time up, came around to score. Just outside, evens the count at 1-1.
We haven't seen too much off-speed pitching from either so far, but it could come in handy here. Yeah, very crucial at bat.
Low and inside, 2-1 the count. I don't know with an all-star game if they're going to see much off-speed from Dean.
Trying to be too technical with it at that point, I suppose.
The 2-1. Outside, 3-1. And you got to remember, Dean is working with Syriac for the first time, so they got to go over signs and locations.
Don't want to get too complicated. That's a good point.
But you never know. The 3-1. Smashed into left field for a base hit. Back-to-back singles by the Columbia Raiders All-Stars. Already with 1 in. And that will bring up Jeanette Crawford.
And this right here is what you like to have avoided. Is Crawford a really strong power hitter, and even with the 2 outs, definitely expect to see her try to put one into the outfield here.
Jeanette Crawford walked her first time up. She takes high for ball 1. The 1-0. Bounced in there. 2-0 the count.
And even with the 2 runners on, you may see Dean here try to avoid any hittable pitches here for Crawford, the senior Lady Falcon.
3-0 the count. Jeanette Crawford and Aaron Dean, both very tall high school athletes. I think they're the 2 tallest high school athletes we got here today at this All-Star game.
Yeah, I think you're right there. If we had to estimate, maybe even go back and look, as everybody was lined up at one point.
Just at the letters, 3-1.
That was a strong pitch, good bounce back there to stay alive in this count for the pitcher, Dean. And with 2 outs, they'd love to get out of the inning right here.
The 3-1. Back up the middle. There is Wright. She fires over to first, and it's off the glove of Bellacino. Coming in to score is Miller. Moving over to third is Tucker, and we are squared at 5.
Tough break there for Team Nader, as it looked like they may have been able to get out of the inning, and now Dean's got to reset and compose herself here.
Alina Jones grounded out her first time up. Drove in a run, though, as she is filling in for one of the all-star spots here today. Quickly in the hole, 0-1. Swing and a miss. Jones in the hole, 0-2. The 0-2 from Dean. Swing and a miss. Dean gets out of it, but Team Parsons, they add 2 more here in the second, and we're all squared at 5. You're watching the Lorain County Sports Network, the Lorain County All-Star Game, Softball Edition. 5-5 our score as we head to the bottom of the second. Team Nader and Team Parsons all tied. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Max Drummond for the Lorain County All-Star Softball game. Live on the Lorain County Sports Network on YouTube. A lot of great offensive power from both teams up to this point, Max.
Yeah, they've been keeping it exciting, and obviously both these pitchers, you know what it is. You got to go against some of the best hitters here in the county. So I don't think there's any shame in what's happened so far. And then you got all these fielders working together for the first time. So it's just going to be about shaking off some of that rust. Some have not played for a little bit longer than others as well.
Abby Gawry, the lone Vermilion Sailor, takes outside for ball one. She was on the Miss Softball watch, batted .403 this season. She had 3 triples. She fouls it back towards us. Almost got the camera there.
And I'll admit, John G is diligently working on that camera. Did warn me ahead of the game. He said, "What do we do?" And I said, "Oh, you'll be fine." Well, I may need to check the paperwork on that.
Gawry swings and misses at that one. 1-2 the count.
And for Gawry, she was a real bright spot for Vermilion softball team this year and real effective player.
On the ground to first and into right field for a base hit. Good start for Team Nader here in the home half of the bottom of the second. Back to the top of the order, Lillian Syriac reached on error her first time up. The lone Elyria Catholic here today. Inside for ball one.
She is the only Lady Panther playing in the game, but we also had one here during the awards. I believe Jessica Connor is who that was.
Syriac takes a strike. She batted .370 this season for the Elyria Catholic Panthers, had 1 home run and 14 RBIs. Takes a strike. Head to second is Gawry. She's in there safely without a throw. Give her a stolen base.
She's looking to make things happen here for Team Nader. And yeah, it's interesting for Syriac, one of the best players the county has to offer, but also kind of took some sacrifice to, I think, move down in the lineup a little bit. As there were so many talented hitters there for Elyria Catholic that sometimes you got to move down in the order, and she took it in stride.
Called strike 3. She's out looking. First strikeout of the day for Jeanette Crawford. 1 down.
Well, I think that's what we noticed when we saw Crawford against Columbia, is the way she battles in these games and doesn't get too high or too low on the short-term outcomes of some of these at-bats.
And she wasn't even the ace for the Firelands Falcons either.
That's right.
McKenna Dorabeck hits down the ground to third. Schrader has it, fires over to first, and throws out Dorabeck. Head over to third on the play is Gawry, and there are 2 down.
And a strong throw that time by Schrader, so obviously seeing what she can do at the plate, but also holding down the third base spot to get that second out.
Leah Sprague, Miss Softball, steps up to the plate for Amherst.
Oh.
As she gets plunked. First hit batter of the day, issued by Jeanette Crawford.
Yeah, so right there, you know, it's always fun to try to drive in the run yourself, but if you get a guaranteed spot on base, you'll take that too every time.
Nina Bellacino up to the plate for Midview, chops it down the third base line. Schrader has it, fires over to first, and throws her out to end the inning. What a fantastic play by Lexi Schrader. Well, head to the third. We're all squared at 5 here at North Ridgeville High School. You're watching the Lorain County All-Star Game Softball Edition. Top of the third, 5-5 our score. A couple defensive changes for Team Nader. Abby Gawry is now in left field. Aaron Dean is now in center. Rylan Barrett is now at third base. And Leah Sprague has come in to pitch for Team Nader. Her first batter, Emily Klepper from North Ridgeville, who struck out Swain her first time up against Aaron Dean. In there for a strike, 1-2 the count.
Yeah, it's interesting. This is the first pitcher since Aaron Dean in the top of the first that'll be working with an even score and not working from ahead or behind.
Chopped right to Sprague, fires over to first, and it hits Klepper. It goes into right field, and Klepper's into second.
It looked like Sprague was extended an arm maybe to apologize there. As she had to make a quick throw pretty close to the first baseline, and from some effort there.
So I think that's going to be a single and an error.
It's going to happen, yeah.
Veda Blankenship, the lone Lorain Titan, takes a strike. She struck out Swain her first time up back in the first. Also played soccer and basketball for Lorain. Another three-sport athlete for the Titans. Trying to give Team Parsons the lead once more. Swain and a miss. She's in the hole, 1-2.
A good cut there, but Sprague, not the ace on her own team, but an effective pitcher in the time she's gotten this year.
Sprague, an ERA of 4.75 this season, had 3 complete games.
Well, I think the leap from last season to this season in the stats is what also stood out with that.
Chopped to first, but foul. Yeah, Amherst, they took second this season in the SWC, right behind Berea Mid-Park. They had a very nice season. The 2-2. Ripped down the first base line, but foul. And we'll redo it at 2-2.
We'll see there that Blankenship getting some advice from Parsons at the third base coach spot.
Chopped down the first base line. Bellicino lets it go foul. Right next to that imaginary chalk because we're on turf.
Well, and that requires a lot of patience because of that. If you're Bellicino and Sprague and Syriac, all three of them converging, I was just hoping it kept going.
The 2-2. Foul tipped into the glove of Syriac. And Blankenship strikes out for the second time here today. One down. That will bring up Natalie Miller. Miller grounded out her first time up back in the second. She takes low and inside for ball one.
Yeah, and after, the top part of this order has really done all the damage today, it's the second half trying to catch up. It doesn't help when you have to adjust to a new pitcher.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you're facing missed softball either.
No, not at all.
The 1-1. On the ground is short. Right, has it. Fires over to first and throws out Miller. 2 down.
Sprague has been able to find a way to survive some of the base running put on by Emily Klepper. We'll see if she can get out of the jam here.
Klepper moved over to third on the play, and that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ira Lavender. Lavender tried to bunt her first time up, but was a victim of batter interference, and she grounds out to Sprague to end the inning. Great defensive play right there by the Amherst Steel Comet. 2.5 complete here at North Ridgeville High School. We're all tied at 5. 5-5 our score as we head to the bottom of the third. Anna Wright will come to the plate for Keystone to lead things off. Anna Wright, she had an 11-game hitting streak to open up the season for Keystone. Great defensive piece for the Wildcats all season long as well.
Yeah, and to get playing time on that talented of a team, you got to be able to do a lot of the smaller details and the little things right, and she certainly lived up to that in her time there as a Wildcat.
Chop down the third base line, but foul.
And as you mentioned during the break, Crawford remaining on the mound from Firelands, as even though she may not have been the ace on her team, she is able to go the distance in these games and also shows off a lot of toughness out there.
Chop to third. Schrader has it. Fires over to first and throws out right for out number one. Schrader has been busy over there at the hot corner.
That she has, but it's been no problem. And honestly, Coach Nader, he may hope it stays that way with how effective she's been in the field.
That's already Schrader's fourth putout of the game. Rylan Barrett chops it down the third base line, but trickles foul.
And it remains to be that way. Well, we'll see. I mean, it could be that Crawford just knows how to get them to pull the ball down the line so her teammate can continue to put up these stats.
In the air to right. Tucker on the run. Can't get it. It falls for a base hit. Barrett thinking three. Nader sent her home, but she puts on the brakes. It's a one-out triple for Rylan Barrett.
Well, a great relay throw there was that Lavender, I believe. She shakes out the arm after that throw.
And I think Nader, he doesn't have a stop sign today. I think he's just going to send everybody. It's an all-star game.
Wants to see how much
he wants to see how great the defense is.
And how high that scoreboard can really get. We'll put it to the test.
Remy Dieter up to the plate. She had an inside the park home run her last time up. She hit a fly ball to right field. Tucker came in on the play and missed it. And it rolled all the way to the corner. And Dieter, with great speed, able to make it all the way home. Dieter, the lone Black River Pirate here today in today's All-Star game. Batted .340 for the Black River Pirates this season. As the wind is picking up here at North Ridgeville High School. 87 degrees at game time. It says the wind is 12 miles per hour, but I think it's a little bit faster than that.
I have a feeling that's changed. A little bit of an uptick there for sure.
High for ball four.
Yeah, and we talked about it before the going on air today, but at Black River, whether it's Nader or you talk about Dieter, they're excited to be here. They had the furthest trip of any team easily.
Part of Medina County. As Erin Dean steps into the box. She takes low for ball one. Heading to second is Dieter. She steals second uncontested. And now Team Nader with two runners in scoring position. Dean grounded out her first time up. Started this game inside the circle for Team Nader. Chops it foul, third base side. 1-1 the count. Barrett at third, Dieter at second. The 1-1. High. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 delivery. Smash to left center field. It falls for a base hit. Barrett scores. Dieter scores two. Into second with a two-run double is Erin Dean. And Team Nader takes the 7-5 lead. Abby Gawry up to the plate. Had a single her last time up. Also had a stolen base. She takes high for ball one. The 1-0. High, 2-0. Abby Gawry, along with playing softball, also played basketball and soccer for the Vermilion Sailors. Smash back up the middle for a base hit. Dean rounds third. The throw of the plate. Not in time. It's an RBI single for Abby Gawry as she heads to second on the throw from home plate.
And shows up there and with some clutch hitting there to clear everyone off the bases, or Dean in this case, and yeah, really taking advantage right here in this third inning.
3 in for Team Nader. 8-5 lead, still only 1 out. Lillian Syriac rips it to right center field. Base hit. Gawry comes in to score. Into second with an RBI double is Lillian Syriac of Elyria Catholic.
Tell me if I'm wrong. That pitch, she had to go low to get that one. I swear either the bat or the ball, something skimmed the turf for the home base there, but very impressive piece of hitting.
Almost a golf swing versus a softball swing.
Mm-hmm.
Jeanette Crawford having a chat with her head coach, Chad Parsons, inside the circle. We'll see if we get a pitching change, and indeed we will. Alina Jones from Columbia will take over for Jeanette Crawford. So we got a timeout. We got a pitching change. We'll be back right after this. Alina Jones into pitch for Team Parsons as Jeanette Crawford takes her place in left field. Alina Jones on the season was the ace for Columbia, 14-5 record, had an ERA of 2.37, and she was a strikeout pitching machine. She had a career high 14 strikeouts this season against Wellington. And in 5 games this season, she had at least 10 strikeouts in a game. She did it against Bay Village, Firelands, Wellington, Brookfield, and Firelands. Syriac heads to third on the wild pitch. 1-1 the count. And McKenna Dorabek ground out her last time out. The 1-1. Chop to third. Schrader's only play is at first. She fires over to first. Klepper makes the catch. Syriac heads to home on the throw, and she scores.
Well, like you said, it was important there to get the guaranteed out in a sense. Not that it was that easy. It still took a strong throw and a stretch-out effort there from Klepper at first, but you had to do what you can to keep minimizing the extended damage here in this inning.
So 2 down. 10-5 now. Team Nader leads as Sprague puts a charge into one, but coming in to make the nice catch is Natalia Miller to end the inning. So Team Nader, they score 5 times in the inning, and they lead 10-5. What of the 4th here at North Ridgeville High School. (10-5) our score as we head to the 4th here at North Ridgeville High School for the Lorain County All-Star Game for softball. Live on YouTube on the Lorain County Sports Network. Jared Vinecourt joined alongside Max Drummond. Max, we said at the top of the hour, we thought we were going to see a lot of offense today, and indeed we have seen that already in the first 3 innings.
Yeah, these ladies have delivered on that, and the best part about it, though, with it going back and forth like this now, it motivates the other side to get up there and try to cut into the lead each time.
Lexi Schrader up to the plate. Had a triple her last time up. She scored 2 runs already here today. Foul back. Evens the count at 1-1. Schrader, she faced the starter, Aaron Dean. Hasn't faced Sprague yet. She swings and misses. 1-2 the count.
And at the start of the game, she was the one that got the run going to begin it, so we'll see if she can do that again.
Ripped back up the middle for a base hit. Lexi Schrader, a cool, calm, collective 3 for 3 on the day. 2 singles and a triple. Lexi Miller up to the plate. Had an RBI single her last time up. Has also scored 2 runs for Team Parsons here today.
And they're going to be a big part of making this comeback, that's for sure.
Swing and a miss. Schrader heads to second to throw down in time. A sensational throw by Lillian Syriac, and she erases Schrader for out number 1.
Man, how about that? Getting a highlight play from the catcher there. Great throw by Syriac. Well timed.
Miller in the hole, 1-2.
And, I'm also willing to bet there's not too many times this year you can say that Schrader's been caught stealing, so an even more impressive play.
Line drive caught by the second baseman, McKenna Dorabek, for out number 2. And yeah, I think that's a good point you bring up, Max. When we covered Firelands earlier this season against Columbia, Schrader was basically unbeatable on the bases that day.
And even though that was the game they went on to lose, it was not because of her. She did everything she could to keep them alive in that one.
Evelyn Tucker up to the plate. Had a single her last time up. Top of the order has really done most of the damage here today for Team Parsons. They've scored all 5 runs up to this point. I almost got a piece of Tucker.
She just barely got out of the way of that in time to avoid heading to first. But it could happen here anyway with the 3-0 count.
Back up the middle, Sprague has it. Fires over to first to end the inning. Team Parsons goes quickly and quietly here in the 4th. They go 1-2-3. Well, at the bottom of the half, Team Nader leads 10-5. Bottom of the fourth, 10-5 our score. Team Nader leads Team Parsons. Nina Bellacino from Midview takes high for ball one. Bellacino reached on an error her first time up back in the first, came around to score. Bellacino, one of the best hitters for Midview this season. She had 3 4 RBI games this season. Had a total of 34 RBIs to go along with 4 home runs.
And got to do so on that new turf, on that new field there at Midview's high school campus.
I mean, that campus is just amazing. The baseball field is all turf. The softball field, they even placed some turf as well. Just great renovations done, like you said, on campus there in Grafton.
And it's evolving even more so. They've got more on the way.
Bellacino draws the walk. Team Nader with their leadoff woman aboard here to start the fourth. And a right up to the plate, takes high for ball one. And we're seeing a lot of more Lorain County teams do that, going to that turf field. North Ridgeville now has an infield turf for softball and baseball. Rips back up the middle into center field for a base hit. First two have reached for Team Nader here in the fourth.
That's fearless to face that and try to grab it. She's all smiles after that, not even phased, but that was a line drive right back to the circle there. So heads up by Jones to avoid being hit by that.
Ryland Barrett up to the plate. Takes a strike. In there for a strike, 0-2 the count. Barrett with a triple her last time up, came around to score. The 0-2. Back up the middle, off the glove of Jones, and everybody's safe. Bases juice for Team Nader.
As Jones continues to show off the toughness there. That's back-to-back times. It's come right back at her.
Remy Dieter up to the plate for Black River. Takes a strike. Dieter with a inside the park home run and a walk. Also has a stolen base. Has come around to score both times. Swing and a miss. I think that's the first off-speed pitch we've seen today, Max.
Yeah, and you know, Jones, I think, has every right being one of the few, if not the only underclassman out there. So you got to do what you can to compete here against the seniors in the county.
The 0-2. High. 1-2 the count on Dieter.
Well, right now we're seeing the chemistry on display with the catcher. It's the first time we've been able to say that today, is they're communicating a good bit longer than the other pitchers have.
Swing and a miss. Jones gets a huge strikeout for out number 1.
As now Dean steps in from Avon Lake.
Dean with a 2-run double her last time up, takes a strike. Trying to put this to bed for Team Nader. Already up by 5. The 0-1. In there for a strike. Nice slow hook. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, now she's forcing these hitters to realize, oh, I got to wait on the pitch now, try to time it up, and it may lead to some more hesitation there in the batter's box than we saw to start the game.
The 0-2. Spoiling it is Dean.
A barehanded grab by one of the fans to protect somebody there.
And this is good for Team Parsons, having Alina Jones inside the circle and Lexi Miller catching her, because they're both on the same team trying to keep this a 5-run game.
And I wonder if that was part of the strategy from Coach Lavender when they're determining rosters and that setup.
Bounced in there. That goes to the backstop. Coming home is Bellacino, and she slides in safely and scores. Everyone else moves up a base. Hannah Wright at third. Rylan Barrett at second. 11-5, Team Nader.
Now no force out to work with either, so those in the infield here be a little bit sharper on their game now.
The 1-2. High, almost got a piece of Dean. Even at 2 apiece.
And we continue to talk about how important it is that she has Miller behind the plate. This is where you got to get her to settle down. Oh, that was a good pitch too, Jared.
Just missed the zone. Full count on Dean. The payoff pitch. Back up the middle, into center field for a base hit. Coming in to score is Wright. Barrett right behind her. She scores 2. It's a 2-run single for Erin Dean as she moves to second on the throw. 13-5, Team Nader.
And you know that feels good if you're Dean after the start of the game on the in the circle maybe didn't go the way you planned, and right there you're able to get some run backs, help build this lead up more. That goes out of play over the first base dugout.
Abby Gawry up to the plate. She had an RBI single her last time up. 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. And she rips it into right center field for a base hit. Dean stops at third. Great strong throw by Natalia Miller. Gawry moves to second on the throw. Runners now at third and second for Team Nader. Back to the top of the order, Lillian Syriac. Oh, foul back out of play.
I think that's even going to get over the small field house behind. I'm not sure if that's what it's considered, but it was even able to clear that. As it is boasting the softball conference title banner for the Rangers. Oh.
Foul tip, got a piece of the umpire.
Yeah, it appears to be all right.
I can tell you, Max, from one umpire to another, that doesn't feel good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's doing a good job of convincing me otherwise. He flashes the count. He's like, let's get back 2-0. And then check that, Coach Nader. Just want to double check everything's all right on his end.
Yeah, even the umpires don't want to get injured during an all-star game, just like the players.
Mm-hmm. So a little conference there between third base coach and them, and now Syriac ready to get back at it.
Oh, 2 the count on Syriac. Just a tad low, 1-2 the count.
And right there, Syriac, she had a couple batters ahead of her to diagnose it, but seeing that pitch come in a little bit slower at times.
Called strike 3. 2 down.
That was a good combo going back and forth with the off speed and the heater. Able to get one out closer to ending this inning.
McKenna Dorabek up to the plate. Takes high for ball 1. Dorabek 0 for 2, had an RBI ground out her last time up. High, 2-0. This is the first time we've really seen Alina Jones be smacked around a little bit against these powerful Lorain County hitters. A 2-0. In the air to right. Tucker on the run. Just foul. I almost had a good chance of getting out of here. 200 down the right field line.
Well, that's what he knows, especially about the right field corner, is it gets pretty tricky over there. It extends pretty far, a lot further than you'd think, and that's how we were able to get the inside the park homer earlier.
The 2-1. Rip to left field. Base it. Dean scores. Gari, rounding third, scores as well. It's a 2-run double for McKenna Dorabek. 15-5, Team Nader. Leah Sprague up to the plate. In there for a strike. The 0-1. In the air to center. Miller drifting back, camps under it, and makes the catch to end the inning. Another big inning for Team Nader. They lead big over Team Parsons as we head to the 5th here for the Lorain County All-Star Game Softball Edition live on YouTube. Fifth inning here at North Ridgeville High School. Team Nader leads Team Parsons 15-5. And Lorain County Softball All-Star Game. Jeanette Crawford takes a strike against Mr. Softball, or Mrs. Softball rather, Leah Sprague. Team Nader up by 10. All they have to do is shut down Team Parsons 1-2-3, and this one's over.
Yes, we've been able to see the home squad build up a nice lead here.
Crawford strikes out swinging. One down.
Well, and the fact that this game, you know, we'd seen, I think, over the weekend, we saw there was some forecast predictions for Tuesday. So the fact we're even able to get the game in today, very grateful for that. I'm sure all these players are too.
Yeah, especially after the rainy spring we had.
Yeah, it's nice to just have a break from that and be able to enjoy some softball and great weather.
Alina Jones, she's quickly in the hole, 0-2. She's 0 for 2 on the day. Struck out swinging her last time up back in the second.
Oh,
I got a piece of Syriac's mask.
Yeah, that's just it. Even though maybe an all-star game, I know there's an association of that where, oh, it's a lot less effort, all this stuff. No, there's been a lot of toughness, a lot of effort shown today.
Chopped down the third base line, but it trickles foul.
Sprague is ready.
Bounced in there. 2-2 the count on Jones. Jones, one of the all-star replacements here today.
I'll talk about a great experience for an underclassman, too.
Swinging and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Leah Sprague. Last chance here for Emily Klepper, the only North Ridgeville Ranger in today's All-Star game. Playing at her home field as she chops it to second. Dorbeck has it, fires over to first. And that will end this one. Team Nader defeats Team Parsons 15-5. And all gas, no brakes offensively for Team Nader here today, Max.
Absolutely. They put on a show. We got a bit of everything today, whether it's some hustle singles, some shots to the gap, and even an inside the park home run. Little League homer, is that what they call it still?
Yeah. Congratulations to all our wonderful people who got inducted into the Lorain County Hall of Fame here today. Pitcher, Player of the Years, and Coach of the Years in Lorain County Divisions 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 7. And congratulations to Leah Sprague as well for winning Miss Softball and continuing her career at Findlay University in the fall.
Yes, it's been a great softball season, an honor to help bring it to an end today. And can't wait for the futures. Obviously, this was our first full season of coverage, so a lot of people to thank there. Everyone from our station owners, Gary and Renee Tollett, and everything they do to support this. Dave Rivera, as well as many others that have been on broadcast crews. There's so many to name, so we won't hear today, but they know who they are, and all their efforts have been greatly appreciated throughout the season, and we can't wait because you know what's up next. It may be summer, but we know what's coming next in the fall.
Absolutely. He's Max Drummond. I'm Jared Vinecourt. Once again, everybody, your final score for today's Lorain County Softball All-Star Game. Team Nader defeats Team Parsons 15-5. Thank you for tuning in all season long on Lorain County Sports Network live on YouTube. And we'll see you in about 2 months' time for football season.